Welcome to this lesson on ethics and professionalism in real estate. Today, we're diving into a topic that's at the core of every successful real estate career: doing what's right, even when no one's watching. Ethics isn't just a set of rules. It's about creating trust, building relationships, and ensuring fairness in every transaction. Let's explore what this means in practice. Let's start with the basics. What are ethics? Well, ethics is the study of right and wrong. Pretty straightforward, right? But in real estate, it's much more than that. Acting ethically means making choices that are fair, honest, and beneficial to others, even when it's not the easiest path. Why does this matter? Because ethical behavior builds trust, and trust is everything in real estate. When you operate with integrity, clients trust you, colleagues respect you, and your reputation grows. And let's face it, a solid reputation is your best asset in this industry. Now, let's talk about situation ethics, which is the idea that what's right or wrong can depend on the context. For example, imagine a situation where someone bends the rules for what seems like a good reason. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, not always. In real estate, it's crucial to balance flexibility with responsibility. Sure, every transaction is unique, and sometimes you need to adapt, but you also need to ensure your actions align with fairness and transparency. So, when in doubt, ask yourself, am I making the right choice for everyone involved? Next, let's connect ethics with the law. Here's an important distinction. Not everything that's legal is ethical, and not everything that's ethical is legal. Let me give you a few examples. If you disclose a property defect to a buyer, that's both legal and ethical. Great. But what if you find a loophole that lets you avoid the disclosure? That's legal but unethical. And what about breaking into a home to save a pet from a fire? That's illegal but might feel ethical. As a real estate professional, your goal should always be to act in ways that are both legal and ethical. By doing so, you protect your clients, your reputation, and your career. Now, let's get real about ethical violations. They generally fall into three categories. 1. Deception. This could be lying or withholding important information, like failing to disclose known defects in a property. 2. Stealing. Yes, this includes obvious things like taking money, but it also covers using someone else's ideas without permission. 3. Harming. This could mean pressuring clients into decisions that aren't in their best interest or putting them at unnecessary risk. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step in avoiding them. Remember, every choice you make reflects on you and the industry as a whole. So, how do you ensure your decisions are ethical? It's simpler than you might think. Here's a quick checklist. First, ask yourself, will I feel good about this choice later? Next, think, how would I feel if this decision appeared in the news? And finally, am I treating others the way I'd want to be treated? These questions can guide you through tricky situations and help you stay on the right path. Let's face it, the real estate industry sometimes struggles with public perception. Some people see us as just trying to make a quick buck. That's why it's so important to go above and beyond to act ethically. Disclose everything your clients need to know, prioritize their interests over your own, and be as transparent as possible. In Florida, we're required to complete 3 hours of ethics training as part of our continuing education. This isn't just a box to check, it's an opportunity to refine your professionalism and uphold the integrity of the industry. Speaking of professionalism, let's talk about the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics. This was created way back in 1913 to ensure that realtors maintain the highest standards of honesty and fairness. If you're a member, you're required to follow these guidelines. The code covers everything from protecting the public to being honest in transactions. And every 3 years, members take ethics training to stay sharp and updated on these principles. Finally, let's look at NAR's pathways to professionalism. These are practical tips for realtors to follow, and while they aren't mandatory, they're highly recommended. For example, always treat the public with respect. Communicate clearly, honor your commitments, and ensure your actions reflect well on you and your business. Care for the properties you show, follow the seller's instructions, secure the home after viewings, and leave it as you found it. And don't forget to treat your peers courteously. Respond to inquiries promptly and share accurate information. It goes a long way in building trust and collaboration. And that wraps up our lesson on ethics and professionalism in real estate. Ethics is more than a set of rules. It's the foundation of every successful transaction and relationship. By acting ethically, you're not just helping your clients, you're elevating the entire industry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.